Khao Sok National Park is one of Thailand's biggest jungles. Situated in the heart of Thailand, in between the popular beaches of Phuket and Koh Samui, it's probably the best place in the whole of Thailand to catch a glimpse of some of the country's rare wildlife. And today I'm going to give you my top tips for how to survive Khao Sok National Park. I'm also going to walk you through my day jungle trekking through to Ton Kloi Waterfall in Khao Sok. So first of all, I'm going to talk about some things to prepare for the trek. If you want to skip ahead to the actual hike, you can see the timestamps below. But first of all, let's talk a little bit about what to wear. It's definitely worth bringing some sturdy shoes. I did this in trainers and that was just okay. It was a little bit slippery, but you definitely don't want to be doing this in flip-flops. If you've got hiking boots, even better, bring those. Up top, a light t-shirt will do. It's obviously going to be hot and sweaty in the jungle, so you want to keep cool. Down below though, you have a choice to make. Obviously to keep cool, you'll want to wear some shorts. However, you are trekking into the heart of the jungle. There's plenty of creepy crawlies about in Khao Sok National Park, so you might want to wear something that covers the whole body. You'll see a bit more about that later on. Now, what to pack? Well, you'll 100% need a big old bottle of water. Between the heat, humidity, and the hiking, you're going to need plenty of water, and you're going to sweat a lot during this day. You'll also need something to eat, either a meal or a snack, and on top of that, you're going to need some bug spray. However, for me, all of that was covered from my next tip, which is hire a guide. I've seen some videos where people try and do this without a guide, but actually you're just kind of walking around the path around Khao Sok. The beauty of coming to Khao Sok is that you go trekking into the jungle, and there's no better way to do that than with a guide from the local area. They're going to have the best stories, they're going to know more about the wildlife, and they're going to take you to places you'd never be able to go by yourself. This is my top tip of the day: hire a guide. You won't regret it. Okay, now let's start the hike. It wasn't long before we bumped into some of Khao Sok's most famous wildlife. Now this brings me to my next tip: beware of monkeys. Monkeys might look cute, but they can be vicious. I've heard stories of people getting bitten and attacked by monkeys in Thailand, so you want to be careful. On top of that, they've learned that tourists might have food in the bags, so don't leave your stuff lying around because the monkeys will steal it. And this brings me on to my next point, and this goes for outside of Khao Sok National Park too. Don't put your bits in holes that don't belong to you. And this is why.
See?
Ah! Scary.
Tarantulas. We saw plenty of holes lying around like this, so really be careful when you go near things. Again, this is why you might want to wear something that's going to cover your legs.
That's the baby one. He's smelling it. Yeah, he's just drinking his own piss.
At this point in the video, I'd like to ask you to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm only a small YouTuber. Please hit like, please subscribe. Thank you very much. My next tip, and this is a big one, and I don't want to scare you off, but it's beware of leeches. Now, if you don't know what a leech is, a leech, it's kind of like you pick your nose, flick your bogey away, and then this bogey has came back to life and has decided to exact revenge on you by trying to suck your blood. That's exactly what a leech is. Now, you have to be especially careful of these during rainy season. They seem to like the wet. Luckily for us, it was dry season, so there wasn't loads, but there was still enough. Some of them even managed to get through my sock to go in between my toes. At one point, I even had to pull one out my arse crack. So you really got to be careful of them. My advice is check often for them. If this is really going to ruin your day, you can invest in some leech socks before you go. And these things will stop them getting inside and attacking you. Now, after about 4 hours of trekking, we finally made it our destination, Ton Kloi Waterfall. Here, we had lunch and had a bit of time to swim.
I dare you to stick your hammer in the middle of them.
I don't want to do it.
They don't hurt. It's like.
I know how they do it.
It's like getting a fish pedicure. Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away!
You should definitely bring someone to swim in when you visit Khao Sok. You can see here we had time spent in the waterfall, but we also had to cross rivers to get there, so you're definitely going to get wet at some point. After about an hour at the waterfall, it was time to head back.
Yeah.
Trekking through the jungle could be quite stressful and definitely exhausting. So my next tip is, if you're feeling tired, just take a second to recoup and just take in your surroundings. It's quite easy to get overwhelmed with the difficulty of the trek and begin to miss some of the wildlife around you. Again, this is why it's good to have a guide, because he will notice things that you would never have noticed. You can see here some of the animals he found and pointed out to us.
He's got a little face.
Huh?
He's got like a mouth. 2 eyes. Lion lizard.
Yeah.
Wow. Jordan, you're missing out.
Dragon.
Yeah. Game of Thrones.
Is that? Ah!
Yeah.
Wow.
Flying one.
Did you just catch him?
Yeah, on that tree.
Wow. That's crazy. Is he scared? Wow. So he like glides.
And now,
Now he can be free.
Where'd he go?
He's on that tree now.
Oh yeah.
At this point, we finished the trek and headed back for a well-deserved beer. Bonus tip, make sure you know where the closest place to get a beer is, because you'll definitely need one after this trek. Now I know at this point you'll probably want to check into a 5-star hotel and get pampered, but my advice is to take advantage of the accommodation near Khao Sok. You have the opportunity to basically stay in the jungle still. We stayed at our jungle house, which I highly recommend. And the beauty of this is when you wake up, you can see monkeys swinging, you can hear the river, and you've got just as much wildlife around you as you wake up. And in fact, without this, I would have missed the highlight of my day. Which brings me on to one final tip. If you're there at night, bring a torch. Because...
Oh, right.
So this
Can
is
you shine the light on the tail?
Wow, that's amazing.
He's
Sophie, can you
huge.
take a
Oh my
photo with
gosh.
your tablet? Don't get close, Sophie. Okay, maybe
Forgot
we
he was
should
scared.
all leave and let it just
Just let it be.
yeah. So if y'all can slowly move on.
we bumped into this 3-meter long anaconda. This is probably the coolest animal I've ever seen out in the wild. I don't think I'll ever see anything like it again. You can see from this clip there's quite a bit of commotion. My highlight from the clip is this guy who tells his daughter to take a photo, but then quickly realizes that might not be a good idea.
He's
Sophie, can you
huge.
take a
Oh my
photo with
gosh.
your tablet? Don't get close, Sophie.
Anyway, that's about all I've got for you today for this Khao Sok video. I strongly recommend anyone that's spending a significant amount of time in Thailand comes here and does this. This is one of the best things I've ever done in my life. After doing this, you can immediately visit Khao Sok Lake, which is even more beautiful, even more amazing, and a bit less scary for you. I hope I haven't scared too many people off by making this video. Like, this really is one of the best things you can do. It is a little difficult. If you're a beginner hiker, this might be quite a tough day, but you'll definitely won't regret it. If you have some experience with hiking, you can do it. It wasn't too bad. It is a long day, it's hot, it's sweaty, but you'll see some things that you've never ever seen before. Anyway, I've already spoken a bit too much in this video. I don't usually speak this much in my video. Thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. My name's Jack Taylor, and this is Cinematic Travel. Thank you and goodbye.